All right, now last segment of the day. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because we're only a couple days away from the season opener, and we've all been waiting. And this time between, at least for me, between basketball season and football season, god awful, god awful. The worst time of the year. I'd rather be doing anything else, anything else than dealing with this part of the year because I mean I love sports, but I love the sports that I love. You know what I'm saying? I can't get into baseball like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't get down with tennis like that. It's nothing like having some football and some basketball games to look forward to, and we're about to jump right into football season. We got week one coming, and it's time to start making picks. It's time to start making game picks. I will make a, the game picks for all the games right now. Okay, so let's get started with my handy dandy notebook. Pittsburgh, New England. This is our first game Thursday night. You know, no Le'Veon Bell, no Martavis Bryant. You're not gonna have LeGarrette Blunt on the New England side. It's gonna be an interesting game, regardless. And even if it's not, it kicks off the regular season. It kicks off the regular season. And so I'm all in. I was supposed to work, but I got the day off. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to be locked in. I got to watch it all, every snap. Pittsburgh at New England. I'm going with New England in that game. And really, I think the NFL pissed off Tom Brady. Now we saw what happened last time after the whole Spygate thing. He come back, everybody is doubting them, and then he rattled off 16-0. I don't think that's gonna happen again, but I think coming out the gate, Tom is gonna be angry because you tried to sully his name with absolutely no evidence. He's gonna do his thing. He's gonna be able to pull out, and it's gonna be a little back and forth. But I got New England coming out on top on that one. And no, I don't do scores. Okay, I'm not that damn good. So Sunday, then we get into Sunday. Green Bay at Chicago. I don't think I need to explain this game. I'm picking Green Bay. Kansas City at Houston. I got Kansas City winning their division. The addition of Jeremy Maclin, I think, is being underrated by a lot of people. He's a very dynamic player. Okay, and he can catch on the outside. He has breakaway speed, and he can catch inside the hashes on short routes, intermediate routes. He can run every route, and he has really reliable hands. Okay, we already know about Jamal Charles and what that boy can do, and Andy Reid's a solid coach. I'm not sold on Houston yet as a complete team because Brian Hoyer is still their quarterback. He shows flashes, but that's about it. Cleveland at Jets. I'll pick the Jets in this because I really like their defense. Really, really like their defense. And there's just nothing else to put on top of it other than that. I do like that they picked up Brandon Marshall too, and I'm really not sold on Cleveland right now yet. So I mean, I want to see how their season kind of fills out because they have an interesting team and a good defense. But I think the Jets defense is way better. Indy at Buffalo. Rolling with Indy because Andrew Luck. That's why. Miami at Washington. Hey, Kirk Cousins. Look, I got great news. You won the starting job from Robert Griffin III. Bad news, your first game of the regular season, you get to go up against Brent Grimes covering your number one, Ndamukong Suh, and Cameron Wake coming for your head. I don't think he's going to handle that too well. I got Miami winning that. Carolina at Jacksonville. Carolina, okay. Seattle at Rams. Seattle. See, some of these are cake. The Rams aren't ready for that. Nick Foles is not ready for that Seattle life in the first game of the season. I don't know if he ever will be. New Orleans and Arizona. In Arizona. I like Arizona, but I think New Orleans is going to be better this year. I think Drew Brees and Sean Payton will figure things out because I love that tandem. I love that quarterback coach tandem. Okay, I got New Orleans pulling that one now by the hairs of the chinny chin chin. Detroit at Chargers. I've never been a huge Chargers fan because they're one of those teams that like to fool you and make you think that they're really dope, and then they just fall off like every year. But I like Detroit, and I like Detroit a lot. I'm rolling with Detroit. Titans at Bucks. Mariota versus Winston. Now let's look at a couple of things here real quick. Tennessee has a better offensive line. They have a better defense, in my opinion. The Bucks are working on their defense, and Lovey's supposed to be a defensive coach, but I don't know if he has the pieces he needs to make the defense work like he wants to. It's kind of been somewhat of a letdown since he's been there so far. So I'm gonna go with the Titans in that, also because they can't protect Jameis. They can't protect him right now. That line is trash. I'm going with the Titans. Cincinnati at Oakland. I think this is the year that Cincinnati takes a step back, even though I'm a huge AJ Green fan. And I think that Oakland's going to pull this one out because they've done some things to make their team better. And I like the way the roster looks, even though they're still not making the playoffs or anything, but they'll be decent. Ravens at Denver. Going to the Mile High, first game of the season against that boy Peyton. And I know the Ravens have no fear in their heart when it comes to facing anybody. But I'm going to go ahead and pick Peyton because I trust that man right now in the regular season. Giants at Dallas. Giants at Dallas? I'm not sold on the Giants at all. I made my comments before about Dallas and their running game, but that passing game and the Giants defense, their offensive line, no, I gotta pick Dallas. Gotta roll with Dallas first game of the season. Monday night, Philly at Atlanta. I'm going with Philly because Atlanta is just a mess sometimes. They can't protect Matt Ryan consistently. Their defense is not tight. Now they got Dan Quinn over there who's going to try to attack quarterbacks more. He's more of an aggressive defensive coach, and I like him, but I don't think they're there yet. I'm going with Philly in that one. Vikings at San Francisco. Now this one is interesting because I actually circled San Francisco, but that one was kind of tough because I like the Vikings more this year. San Francisco has taken so many hits to their roster with all the people retiring and Frank Gore leaving. Now you got Carlos Hyde who can run and catch and all that. He's good, but I don't know. I think I might have to roll with the Vikings on this one because I do like them. Their defense is improved. Teddy Bridgewater has shown that he can play. He has Adrian Peterson back. He has Mike Wallace to help take the top off the defense. So what are you going to do? Are you going to put 8 in the box to try to stop AP and then leave Mike Wallace out there one-on-one with single high safety to try to dart up the field with that speed that man has? Because that man can fly. It's going to be a problem for some teams. The Vikings will be improved this year, and I think I do have them winning this game. Those are the picks for the first week of the season. Let's get it.